It's the Immaculate Podcast.
You are now listening to the Immaculate One.
The Immaculate Podcast.
You are now tuned into the Immaculate One.
It's the Immaculate Podcast.
You are now listening to the Immaculate One.
It's the Immaculate Podcast.
You are now tuned into the Immaculate One.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is episode 23 of the Immaculate Podcast. I'm your host, and we just got done celebrating a full year of the Immaculate Podcast. So again, Don DeMarco for the pod. For some odd reason, we had no type of sound, so we had to go back in and fix it. But we fixed it. At least I think we fixed it. So, if for some reason we do not have sound, please let us know in the comments section. I appreciate Aaron letting us know, like, hey, bro, we can't hear nothing y'all talking about. And the whole time I'm over here thinking to myself, like, stupid, what the hell am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? So, shout out to you guys that are in the comment section. Bro, I see Perry in there, my boy Big P. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Perry, bro. I still gotta have you on the podcast, man. I'm telling you. But if for some reason you guys can't hear us, please let us know. I think I fixed it, but either way, we're gonna have to redo it all over again. So, again, I gotta give a shout out to the man upstairs. I always do that at the podcast. The man upstairs has provided for me so much. I'm looking at how the platform used to look when I very first started and how it looks right now. Won't he do it?
Yeah.
Won't he do it?
He will.
Man. So shout out to the man upstairs. Got to give him a Don DeMarco for that. Always taking care of your boy. I got to give a shout out to my sponsors as well, man. The sponsors, Protein House, ShamFit. Guys, Protein House is a phenomenal place. If you guys haven't checked it out, please go check it out. I promise you, you won't regret it. If you go in there and you tell them the Immaculate Podcast sent you, if you guys are going to do meal prep plans, anything like that, they will take great care of you and they will look out for you, ladies and gentlemen. Then you have ShamFit Studios. If you guys go in, also dropping the Immaculate Podcast, you're not only going to get a free week to check out the gym, but you're going to be able to lift there. You're going to be able to check out the Sweated Out classes. Sweated Out classes to me is an upgraded version of Orange Theory with a little twist. Yeah. It's actually really cool. You guys will have access to that as well. And he's currently working on the basement powerlifting area as well. I'm super excited for him. That dude is just moving on the up, bro. He's totally killing it. Shout out to you, Charles. Shout out to ShamFit. Shout out to Protein House. You guys are the ones, man. Helping your boy out on the platform with a sponsorship. Who's doing that right now, man? Dang. But yeah, like I said, man, this has been a crazy year for us, guys. I remember when we literally started with nothing but some sound, 2 microphones, and it was me and Josh, which Josh is doing great things right now. Josh is actually he's the announcer for the Otters now. So a lot of people were like, yo, man, where's your co-host guy at? Bro, listen, when the opportunity comes knocking, you answer that damn door. And boy, did he ever, man. So, yo, Don DeMarco for you, Josh, man, for doing your thing. And, I'm tired of talking because I know y'all didn't come see me. Y'all came to see this man to my right, and he's to y'all's left. And he goes by Jus Donovan, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God. He is by far one of the most requested people that we have on the platform. Enough about me talking. I'm going to let you take it, man. Introduce yourself to the ones who don't know you, and if you got anything exciting going on in your life.
Okay. Well, for those who don't know me, my name is Jus Donovan, and I'm a curator of consciousness and competence and common sense, which all leads to your confidence.
Oh my God. Holy. I see what you're doing over there, man. Yeah. Yo, shout out to you, Skylar. I see you, man. Congratulations, bro. I know you guys are in Dallas doing your thing right now. I hope you guys have fun, man. Be safe. Tell all the fellas I said what's up. And congratulations yet again, man. That's exciting news, and I'm happy for you. I know Grandma would be happy for you as well. Shout out to you, bro. Perry said, could have used you in the kickball tournament this morning. Man, depending on what time, I would have came out there, bro. I mean, I had a little surprise birthday party, but, you know, so the Immaculate one could have showed up, you know what I'm saying, and gave this Immaculate boot and put it in action, you know what I'm saying? I could have came out there and been Adam Vinatieri for a couple hours, you know what I'm saying? But, Yeah, man. Donovan, that's amazing. I know there was something else you were telling me. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for him.
Oh,
yeah. I'd rather you tell them because I think, dude, this is so amazing. Like I'm fanboying out right now because what you dropped on me.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
please
Can I drop it on them?
Please,
okay. All right,
please
drop it on them. Drum roll, please. All right. Here in a few months, hopefully, I'm coming out with a book.
Oh my God!
It's
Hold
coming.
on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute, sir.
What?
Yeah, coming out with a book.
You coming out with a book?
It's coming,
bro.
It's coming.
Diabolical.
Yeah, it's time, man. It's been long overdue,
bro.
Yeah.
Who's doing that? Who's doing things like that right now?
Well, not too many people.
Damn.
Not too many people.
What's your book gonna be about?
The book is going to be about a whole myriad of things, mainly growth, right? And it's going to kind of curate relationships. It's going to, curate the conversations that we don't have in the Black and brown community, right? Not just the Black and brown community, but just in general. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's exciting, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like mind blown about that, man.
Yeah.
Crazy work.
Well, it's blowing my mind too, man, because I've been sitting on it for a while.
Right.
And I got to a point because you hear conversations and things of that nature, and you know that something that you have can actually, if you enter that into the conversation, it can kind of eliminate a lot of the problems.
Right.
How we talked about behind the scenes.
Yeah.
People keep talking about the problems and not the solution.
And not the solution.
This is a solution.
Right.
So,
amen to that, man. Yo, shout out to you, bro. God dang, man, putting a book out there. Jeez, and ain't no coloring book.
No, ain't no coloring book.
No coloring book. This is a legit book.
Legit book. And let me drop something else. Whenever I premiere the book, whenever it's coming out, I'm going to come back on the Immaculate podcast, and it's going to be an exclusive.
Oh my Lord, holy! Guys, he's dropping this news on me. I did not know that part of it, but I tell you what, man, I am here for it.
Mm-hmm.
I try to make sure I give these people the best content I can possibly create. I know with most people, man, it's all about clickbait, stuff like that, man. Right. That's just not something I'm really at. I mean, that's not where my attention's at.
Right.
It's just about trying to give you the most valuable information possible. Mm-hmm. And one thing I've always tried myself on is trying to give the people what they want. You know what I mean? So if there's a particular guest that they want on here, I'm going to try to work my magic to get it done. I got YouTubers that's going to be on here in the next 6 months. I mean, I'm booked all the way up to January, bro.
Yeah.
And, like, to me, that's, like, mind-blowing because, like, I always get constant DMs, people being like, hey, man, put me on the pod. And I'm like, listen, it's going to be tougher than what it looks like. It's not because I don't want you on the platform.
Right.
But I have to give the people what they want.
Right, and the train is moving.
And, it's at the end of the day, I just got to be able to give them valuable information. Yeah. You're putting out a book. I got a guy who has a successful YouTube account who's got over 100,000 followers. I got a guy that works. I mean, you guys remember. Well, I know you guys all have friends in the comment section, or just that makes status posts all the time about our crisis with Centerpoint.
Yes.
I got somebody that works that's on the other side. Mm-hmm. That's gonna come in here and try to further better educate on why. The billing is so high. Now, obviously, we all have our own personal opinions about it, but once again, I'm trying to give people what they want. Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's all about building those connections. And as far as the connection aspect of it, that's easy to me. All you got to do is put me in front of the right person, and then it's up to me to be able to get them in that seat. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And this seat is completely open. This is a platform that there's no biased opinion. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my bill goes up, but hey, listen, if you want to explain and try to educate me and others about why, I want to know. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just because you work for somebody doesn't mean I dislike you as a whole, and I don't want people to treat them in any other particular way. Right. But like, there is some answers that I'm sure a lot of us want to know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's amazing. And like I said, guys, if it's not for you guys jumping on our platform to be able to watch this kind of content, I don't have a reason to put content up. You know what I mean? So I want to keep you guys entertained. I want to make sure you guys get those questions answered, and I want to make sure that it's somewhat of an enjoyable experience for you guys to come on the platform, whether you like what we're saying, you dislike what we're saying. Just being able to click on the video and just viewing it is amazing in itself. I constantly get updates all the time about such and such saw your stuff. Like, I didn't realize I had people watching my stuff in Asia, Africa. Like, in the Middle East, I'm like, I don't even know nobody there. You know what I mean? So like, it's really cool to know that my stuff is getting out there.
Yeah.
And every day we're strive to grow. And like I said, from the first photo that I ever had of this podcast to what it looks like now, just shows the growth.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, you were with me the last time where, like you said, you was like, what'd you say? The devil was really after you that day.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like sitting there and I like was digesting everything. I'm like, you know, you're right. But there's one thing you said, and you was like, bro, listen. You know, God's gonna provide.
Oh yeah.
All you gotta do is keep doing your thing, and it'll come. And then boom, here it is, bam. And then all of a sudden, look up, and we're a year in, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, dude, what's going on? And I look at my schedule, and I'm booked out 6 months. I'm like, hold on, what's going on?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, I'm looking at all these blessings, and then you got a TV, and then you got all this extra stuff, and I'm like, dog, I started with nothing, and then here we are. But it's a special thanks to you guys. Like I said, if you guys aren't watching my content, I have no reason to put content out. All I ever ask is to make sure you guys go on our Facebook page. That is the Immaculate Facebook page. If you haven't liked it, guys, please just give us a like, man. It's free. It don't cost you anything. There's no effort in it. But what it does is it helps us push the algorithm where it's going to reach out to new eyes. And, you know, even if you agree or disagree with some of our content, giving us a share. You know, if there's something valuable that you guys like about it, just share it. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost anything to share it. That's the only thing I'll ever ask for. I don't need money. I know sometimes people will jump on our platform and they'll give us stars. Like all of a sudden, I didn't even know my account was set up to get stars. All of a sudden, I was getting stars, and I'm like, holy crap, like, hey, thanks for the donation.
Yeah.
But realistically, if you can just like and share my stuff, like, that's the biggest value really in it. You know what I mean? Because I'm not doing this for the money aspects. I'm doing this because, like, I feel like I can gravitate to get people to watch me in that situation. Let me give you some valuable information, or let me give you some free game like you about to do today. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like, communication growth is crazy to think, because, like, you were saying, like, you see all these people making all this money off of the solution. I think it's how'd you say
problem.
off the problem, off the problem instead of providing the solution. And I was like, damn, you know what? You're right. You know, it's kind of like cancer. Why would they treat cancer when they can give you the medication to live with it, because they know it's a constant revenue?
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no solution behind it. Same thing with, like you said, communication growth, which I'm gonna have you go into that as well. You know what I mean? But again, I always like to stress to say thank you guys for supporting the page. Like I said, I see you guys in the comment section. Literally, like, I see Sven in there, Skylar's in there, Perry's in there. Last video we had, I think I had like 40, 50, 60 comments. Even the video before that, it was like 80 to 100 comments.
Yeah.
And I just like the interaction. So, like, if you guys got questions and stuff like that, drop them in there. Again, shout out to you, Sven. That's my boy. I hope your family's doing well, bro. We're going to link up here soon, man. I'm excited. But communication growth.
Let's do it.
So, as you think of the word communication and then the other word growth, now, obviously, we know that's a lack of in this generation. I wouldn't even say this generation, because it's all generations. But pretty much as a whole, with today's society, I feel like we do have communication errors. And what's your take on why there's so much miscommunication, and where do you think we gone wrong? The better question is going to be, what are some of those things of why you think we are having communication issues? And then what are some ways that people can utilize tools to have better communication growth, whether it's within a relationship, whether it's just communication, whatever it is? What do you think is the reason why we fail at it? And then what do you think we can do to overcome it?
Well, I always speak on things from the root cause so you can understand where they stem from. Okay? A lot of people, they address the bloom and they don't address the roots. So they want to look at the flower and everything like that, and they'll prick and they'll kind of dress it up and things of that nature. And that's fine to the naked eye, but that doesn't address what's going on underneath the surface, right?
Right.
And so, which all speaks to people talking about the problem and not the solution, right?
Right.
So I'm going to address things from the root cause so you can understand where it stems from. So I think one of the biggest issues is people don't understand what communication means, right? Communication comes from the word commune, which is the sharing of possessions and responsibilities. Right. I possess something that I'm hoping that the other person will take responsibility for. But in order for them to take responsibility for it, I have to get it to them in a manner that they understand, right? So when you look at the dynamic of men and women, I can't talk to my woman like I would talk to you.
Right.
Because you're a man.
Right.
So the way that we communicate is different than how I would communicate with my woman. Right.
Right.
In the same way that a woman wants to communicate with her man, she can't communicate with her man like she talked to her girls.
Right.
And that's the disconnect. Right. Same species, different model.
Oh, wait, hold on. 1 second. One more time.
Men and women are the same species, but we have different models, right? The species is man.
Yep.
Okay. The model is male and female.
Right.
Okay. So as a man, I'm not going to tell you about my feelings unless it's safe for me to.
Amen.
But a woman is readily available to talk about her feelings because that's her natural state.
Yep.
Right. So a woman has to understand that when she wants her man to talk about his feelings, she has to provide the environment where it's safe for him to be able to do that.
Right.
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 And a lot of women will say, well, I'm not hostile and all this other stuff, but it's very subtle. Right. Because if I got a problem with my woman and I want to bring that to her and it's not safe to talk to her about that, all I'm doing is once I bring up my problem with her, now she got feelings.
Yep.
And now instead of getting my problem through to her, now I got to comfort her about how she feels, about how I feel about her.
Yep.
And I don't get my problem solved.
Right.
Right. So women have to understand that we aren't them.
And then when we react that way, this is how they feel.
Yeah.
Dare you?
You know what I mean? Like,
There it is.
so I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'm like,
good.
when you paint that out, it's like, well, you ask me what's on my mind, then I tell you what's on my mind, and then all of a sudden you're like,
How dare you?
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you asked for it, but you want me to be upfront and honest.
Right.
But like you said, the way I communicate to my homie
Mm-hmm.
is going to be reciprocated differently than how I communicate to you.
Right.
So no, I totally agree with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah, and women require men to have emotional intelligence, and that's great. We are emotionally intelligent. Okay, now we're here to hold your feelings.
right,
You get what I'm saying? But once I process that, I might give you back logic, which is where the growth is.
right,
But if you aren't open to receiving that growth, then we're at a stalemate because we never get the solution. We're just right back to the problem.
Right.
Because now you don't want to take accountability for what came up.
right.
And I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this directed as man versus woman.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
I'm
we're not
just
taking it that
pointing
way.
out what the issues
What the
are,
issue- yeah.
so we can fix it. This is the whole kicker. That the disconnect is we don't understand one another.
Right.
That's the disconnect. Once we start the process of actually wanting to understand one another, then things will come back together again, right?
Right.
Because it's very easy for me to talk to a woman. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I understand how to talk to a woman.
Right.
Right? I'm going to deal with her out of tact, which means sensitively.
Yep.
Because my words, whatever I say to her, can bring things up in her that maybe she didn't even know was in her.
Right.
Right? So I have to deal with her in such a way. But she has to be ready for those things to come up.
Right.
And then to address them.
Yep.
So
Oh my God, he's in his bag.
Oh my gosh. Y'all gotta take a second. If you get a second, go back like 2-3 minutes and re-listen to what he just said. Like I get it. It's a lot. It's hard to digest in this one split second. But I mean, just a simple disconnect. And I mean, we all have friendships, relationships, and things like that we all can compare to this as what you're explaining.
right.
And I just feel like today's society, it's almost normalized when you have a disconnect.
Yeah.
But I think about some of our ancestors or like our grandparents, and they've been married for like 60, 70 years type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that they could figure it out, but as we're supposed to evolve, somehow we're regressing? Like where do you think we fell short of the communication and the expectations, and why is it now being more normalized?
Well, back in the day, people played their position.
Right.
And nowadays, I think kind of like you and I were mentioning before we went live, there can't be two captains.
No. There's a reason why there's a captain and co-captain.
Exactly. Like you so eloquently put it. So I think that back in the day, people played their position.
Right.
Okay. And those everybody knew what their job was.
Right.
And they did their job. And because everybody was in the right position, things worked properly.
Amen.
But nowadays, everybody thinks that they qualify for certain positions that they don't qualify for.
Hold on. I need somebody to digest that one real quick. Hit me with that again, man.
A lot of people try to put themselves in positions that they don't qualify for. You have to meet the prerequisite, which means that there's work to be done before you even step into that role. Just like when you start a new job, you have to train. Okay.
Oh my God, he's in his bag, yo.
Go ahead, keep going, bro.
Yeah.
Keep going, man.
You got to train first. It's crazy. Modern people want a traditional relationship, but you don't even have the traditional ingredients. Okay, let me break it down like this. Take a cookbook, right?
Okay.
You open up a cookbook. On one side, you got the picture of the cake, right? On the other side, you got the ingredients and you have the instructions.
Yep.
Okay. Now, everybody wants the cake, but they don't want to follow the instructions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they say, oh, well, I ain't got this and this. I'm a substitute.
Yep. Shortcuts.
You can't.
Shortcuts.
Like, the recipe to get this picture over here calls for this.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
But then you substitute. Here's what happens. After the cake is finished, it looks like the picture, but until you bite into
Until it tastes like, until you taste it, it did no. Look, the whole time, if it's done right, your reaction of tasting something like that's successful, you should over here be like. I'm telling you, man, you should have that kind of instant reaction, but that's the problem is there's not a lot of people that get that reaction.
Exactly.
Because they take shortcuts.
Mm-hmm.
And the shortcuts are the ones that end up making sure the product is not properly finished.
Right.
So like you said, when you go back to the communication part of the aspects, you have so many people that want a particular spot but don't qualify because they took shortcuts.
Right.
And now they can't lead. There was something you said at the last podcast that stuck to me, and I'm paraphrasing, but you said something like, and something with people wanting to lead but don't have a sense of direction.
Mm-hmm.
And, what ends up happening is you have somebody that leads you on a detour, and you go off the track of the path.
Right.
And when you said something, like I said, that's me paraphrasing it, but you said something along those lines, and I'm like, damn, man, that's what it is. You just have the wrong leaders.
Right.
And like you said before, if you are leading in the wrong direction, she's eventually going to notice, and then she's going to leave and go find her another leader.
Right.
And I think you have a lot of people with generation gaps. And I know you and I had talked about this when we were all, off the camera, about like the age gaps now.
Yeah.
You have people dating 15, 20 years. There's a big difference. And I mean, hell, I'm one. You know what I mean? Like, mine's not 20 years, but there are. We have a significant 10 plus year gap. And then I see that also in a lot of like athletes, like celebrities and stuff, or you got a lot of retired people that are dating down.
Yeah.
I'm curious. What's your reason? What do you think the reason is why that is?
Well, I think that there's two sides of it.
Sure.
I think that there are a lot of people out there that are dating younger because they want to control.
Sure.
Right. They want some level of control.
Sure.
Right. But then again, control isn't bad.
Right.
It's only bad when you abuse it.
Exactly.
Because control is the power to influence, guide someone's behavior.
Right.
Right. But when you abnormally use that, then we get into, something that's demonic and things of that nature. Right. But I think that it's okay in age gap relationships because younger women are more impressionable. Right.
That's true.
And so if I have a vision for my life and I meet a woman that's younger and she's like, oh my God, your vision and you can do this, because normally with a man, whenever you give a woman something, they give life to it, amplify it, incubate it, they expand it, right? So if I give my vision to this younger woman that's more impressionable, then what I get back is schedules, administration, plans, because that's what women do. They help meet the Okay. If I need help lifting a table, I need somebody as strong or stronger than me to help me meet the requirements of lifting the table, right?
Facts.
That's what a woman is. She's either as
Hold on.
strong.
Oh my God. This man is on fire.
Okay.
This man's on fire. Guys, please dissect these sentences. Go back like another 3 more minutes. I already said it once. Go back 3 more minutes and I need you to re-dissect this. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro.
it's okay.
Only reason why I do it is because I don't want them to get fried. You know what I mean? Because this is valuable information, bro. Like, keep going, bro. Keep going. I'm sorry to stop you, but
No, it's okay.
damn, son.
It's okay. But if younger women are more impressionable. So a healthy man that has a vision for his life, or he has a dream, or he has a goal, and he's going somewhere, and he needs someone that can help him, someone that's his age or even older, a woman that's his age or even older. Women at that age, they tend to be not impressionable, right? I'm stuck in my ways,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah,
To each his own.
we're not here to say there's anything wrong with that.
Right. But if I have a dream and I need somebody to get on the same page as me to help me get there, I need you to be able to take in my dream
Right.
and to do what women do.
Right.
You naturally.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? All women are raw material until that vision hits their system, and then it activates that raw material. I'm telling you.
Oh my God, he's in his bag.
This is why it's easy for your woman to continue to follow you, because you give her purpose within your dream. Someone who's impressionable.
A leader.
That's it.
A leader.
That's it. She's out in public. Your woman is a representation of you when you're nowhere around.
I always say that.
She carries your vision.
Yep.
Whatever your dream is, she carries it.
Yep.
So how she walks, how she talks or doesn't talk to other men.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And when you're out, you're a representation of her.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how it should be. That's how you commune. You share in what you possess with one another.
Yep.
And the problem is people picking up steps along the way that you don't teach your mate about. So now you're out of sync. Because all a relationship is me walking you back to God.
I tell you what, to add on to that, man, I was told something by an older man, and it always will stick with me. I was sitting around listening. They're all talking about marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy goes, "Why does a man get down on one knee? Doesn't really make sense. It's kind of like playing chess.
Mm-hmm.
You can take every type of thing off the board,
Mm-hmm.
but the king.
Yeah.
Because if you take the queen, the game don't stop.
Yeah.
Take a pawn, the game don't stop. Take a knight, everything.
Yeah.
But the second you take the king off the board,
Mm-hmm.
game's over.
Yeah.
So why do you think we bow down to one knee?" The guy looked there and he sat back. He said, "You youngsters don't understand." And I'm just listening.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "When you go down to one knee, you ain't proposing to her,
Yeah. Proposing to God.
bro."
Yeah.
It was a mic drop.
Mhm.
Like, the whole time when he said that, I was over here like,
Oh my God, he's in his bag.
this whole man is putting this type of free game is crazy, and I never thought of it like that.
Okay, let me do this. Let me expound on that then. Let me add to his consciousness.
All right.
Okay. So speaking of you making a pledge to God, so altered, and author. Okay, those are the three things that people need to understand about a relationship. If we're talking about having God in our relationships,
Right.
right? So altar deals with a place that you go to sacrifice, right? At church, you go, you give a sacrifice, you altar, right?
Right.
So altar is a place of sacrifice. Altered means to change the character of something.
Right.
And then author is the one who wrote the story, God, right? So what people don't realize is, speaking of marriage, when you go down that aisle, you're being walked down the aisle by your father. By your birth father. But long way off at the altar is another man.
Yep.
So your current father, source and sustainer, because that's what father means.
Yep.
Your birth source and sustainer is walking you to your new father. I'm sorry, source and sustainer. And people think that that's incest, and it's not.
Nope.
It's not, because this is why the man is supposed to come to the father, because he's supposed to check you out.
Yep.
To make sure that you can take care of his daughter at the level or beyond
On it. Yep.
that he can. So he hands her off, right?
Yep.
That's why she drops her former father's last name.
Yep.
And picks up
takes
her
yours.
new father's
Oh my
last
God.
name.
Oh my God, he's in his bag.
Oh my gosh, bro.
And
Free game.
When you are making those vows, you looking at the other person.
Yep.
But the vows are to God.
Yep.
Because if you break those vows, God can hold you accountable.
Yep. Won't he? Man.
So just wanted to add to that.
That's free game, bro. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's free game.
Yeah.
But no, there's nothing I can say against that. Listen,
I speak the truth.
it is 100% facts.
Yeah.
And if anybody wants to debate against that, please drop it in the comment section
Please.
and say something, because we're all open here. This is an open platform. These are strictly these are things that we like to talk about, because I always say this is the uncomfortable truth.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't like to have these conversations.
Yeah.
I've had people on the podcast talk about religion.
Mm-hmm.
How many people that go on the podcast to talk about religion? You don't ever see it.
Yeah.
How many people talk about the uncomfortable parts of miscommunication?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing that here. You know, we try to cater to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And even if none of this applies to you, you got to name a few things in here that we've talked about.
Mm-hmm.
They're facts. I mean, at that point, if you don't think they're facts, it's just because you don't want to accept the reality.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So no, that makes perfect sense. What did Mark say? He said, "I need to be invited to the next one. I want to sit in and listen personally." Man, listen, Mark. Anytime, bro. Anytime. You are welcome to come check it out, man. Listen, it's even crazy for me to even have this. Like, I'm telling y'all, I fanboy out. It ain't got nothing to do with me being on a platform. I fanboy because of the platform. You know what I mean? Like, this is like a kingdom that was built from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I just watch everything evolutionize, and like, it's cool, man. It's
your
cool.
baby.
It's cool. It really is.
Yeah.
But none of this is available without y'all
Yeah.
watching it,
Mm-hmm.
sharing it, liking it. And it's not available without having great guests like Jus Donovan as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've known this guy since we were kids, and I never would have fathomed back then we'd be having educated conversations
Mm-hmm.
and conversations that tries to benefit people, to open their eyes. Not to say you're wrong, not to say you're right, but it's to open your eyes to another perspective
Right.
that's going to play on a neutral platform, on a neutral playground.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to say you're wrong for this or you're right for this. We just want to open your eyes, like almost kind of like a third eye. We want to open up your third eye to those conversations that maybe you just don't feel comfortable having with your friends. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm having struggles with my relationship, I'm not going to go talk to a dude who plays the game. You know what I mean? Who's still in the streets.
Right.
Like, but I'm not, if I'm wanting to get my life on track,
Mm-hmm.
I need to go talk to somebody who's been married for 50 years.
Yeah.
That's been through the triumphs
Mm-hmm.
and know what it takes to overcome the objectives. So I'm going to get that information from them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really cool that, I can have people come on and give realistic life events. You know what I mean? It's not like you just read that on the internet.
Right.
This is something that you've encountered. These are things that you've talked to people about. These ones you've done your research on to be able to talk to these people about.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool. Yo, shout out to you, Travis, man. I will see you down to Marco for Travis in the comment section, bro. Every single time that I end up I'm going live, bro, Travis is in here, dog. Travis, man, I can name like a bunch of people, but every time I always look in the comment section, Travis is always on game, bro. Travis, I really appreciate you, man. I can't express enough, like, people like you every time. Always make sure you take time out of your day to watch this. Yeah, I don't care if you're here, Travis, for 5 seconds, 5 minutes. It's really cool, man. I'm a fan of you guys being able to just sit and watch the content. Like I said, even if it's something you agree on, you disagree on, that's not what I'm after. What I'm after is being able to give valuable information and something that, in your meantime, maybe you're on the job, maybe you're cutting grass, maybe you're cooking, but you got me playing in the background. It's really cool because, like I said, I never thought in a million years that you can go on Amazon or not Amazon, I'm sorry, Alexa, and be like, hey, play the Immaculate podcast. Like, dude, that's super dope, man.
Dope.
Or you go to any type of podcast platform and we're on there. Like, it's funny, sometimes I'll listen to my own platform on Spotify. I do it to critique myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I probably could have said that a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Kind of doing my own homework type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's always really cool because when I bring in a different perspective, we may not agree on something. Remember when I had Montel Hero on here?
Oh yeah, that was good.
And it was all valuable information, but it came from different perspectives.
Yeah.
Never once were we just like, oh, you're wrong, you're this, you're that. It's like, okay, I see your point.
Yeah.
But this is why, in this situation is why I think that situation that you're trying to explain to me, this is where I think we're disconnected. You know what I mean? We try to fill in that gap.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We could talk about it because you can't see the picture when you're in the frame.
Facts.
So you when you're talking, my job is to be open to receive.
Yep.
I don't have to agree.
Yep.
Just be open to receive.
Yep.
And then, you know what? I didn't think about it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now I got some information that I didn't have before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a reason why we were given 2 ears and 1 mouth.
There you go.
We were told to listen and to learn and adapt. So, I mean, that's facts. And, man, Man, I mean, his podcast is going really good too. Shout out to you, Montel, as well, man.
Yeah.
But it's really cool, man. I know that you have a massive following on TikTok.
Yes.
A matter of fact, for the people who don't know you, like, where can they find you at on social media?
So you can find me on Facebook, of course, Jus Donovan, JusDonovan, and then on TikTok, which is where I mainly am, it's official Jus Donovan. Okay, so you guys, if you're on TikTok, if you want to send me a message, if you have questions or going through any relationship woes or anything like that, reach out. I reach back. Nobody runs my account but me. So,
how many followers you got on TikTok?
I think I'm almost at 12,000.
Holy!
Yeah.
That's crazy work.
Yeah.
That is crazy work. How long you been running your TikTok?
A year.
Dang, you got that many?
Well, them TikTok coins, they couple dollars, man. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. 73 cents per 1,000 views.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm having a couple grand on my podcast and I don't get.
That's what I'm saying. Once you go over to TikTok, I'm telling you, it's like that. It's lit over there.
Yo, I feel stupid. I feel stupid, bro. Holy.
Yeah, it's lit over there.
Dang, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I see you have a couple interesting videos, man. What's one of your most viewed videos that you have on TikTok? And like, what was it about?
I'm gonna say this. I got one video that is I think it's at 200,000. And I was just talking about relationships. That's it. Relationship problems, the dynamics of men and women, because that's what people are having issues with.
Let's go down it. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
So, okay, I was counseling this couple, and this guy came to me. He said, man, my woman, she keeps saying, or asking me rather, what are we doing in this relationship? And he said, I don't understand what that means. And I said, well, you haven't given her purpose. And he said, well, why come she just wouldn't say that? I said, because she's a woman. She's not direct.
Right.
I said, women are feminine. I said, think of the number 9. It's a loop, and then eventually there's an end.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. He's in his bag.
Oh, no. You ain't about to get away with that and not just say that again, bro. Please hit that again, bro.
I said, women are feminine. 9. I said, think of the number 9. I said, there's a loop, and then eventually there's a point. I said, you ever had a woman tell you a story? I said, every time there's a story, there's a backstory. If you ask your woman how was her day, she can't be like a man and just say, it was cool, it was all right, or it was bad. They always say, well, it all started when I was young, because you already know how I grew up and stuff, and my mom, she wasn't. It's always a backstory, you know what I'm saying? And you got to sit through it.
You got to listen.
Because if you don't, she'll say, you ain't
listening.
And now she don't feel love.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
But so I was like, this is what that means. I said, men are masculine. Line, point A to point B. We get straight to the point.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So I said, you're expecting for her to communicate like you do, right? And I said, that's not going to happen, right? I said, you have to understand the dynamics of a woman.
Right.
Okay? When a woman tells you, or asks you rather, what are we doing in this relationship? It's because she don't feel purposeful. You haven't casted a vision to bring her alive. She doesn't feel like, she doesn't know where you guys are going.
Facts.
So that's why she said, what are we doing in this relationship? You have to cast a vision, because if you don't, she's going to hook up with another brother
That's got a vision.
And then you're going to be left wondering, well, what happened? She said she loved me. Just because she loved you don't mean she going to stay.
Yep. You stop feeding the dog.
Yeah.
And the neighbor feeds him.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. My car takes unleaded gasoline. I drive a Lexus. It takes 93. Okay. If I pull the manufacturer's book out of my glove compartment,
yep,
it states you shall use unleaded gasoline. Okay. They made the product.
Yep.
So they specified, the manufacturer,
yep,
that I have to use this gas.
Right.
I like apple juice.
Yep.
If I put apple juice in my gas tank, I'll get about a mile down the road.
I don't even think you get that far.
I'm not getting that far before I start hearing click, click, pop, pop.
Yep.
Okay?
It's a wrap.
Right. It's a wrap. What did I do? I violated the laws,
yep,
that the manufacturer specified. It's the same thing with a woman and a man, right? Men need sex and respect. We don't want it. We need it,
right,
to function properly.
Yep.
Okay? Women need love and affection. They don't want it. They need it.
Yep.
Okay? So what happens is, if you don't give that woman love and affection, she'll find another gas station. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Another
Oh
man.
my God. Golly. Holy. Dissect these bars Please.
Listen, communication and growth.
Ah, man. I just got goosebumps from that. Look at that, bro. That's crazy work, man. Damn, bro. Man. I can't wait to go back and dissect these bars. Just even myself, bro. This is... Whew.
Yeah, that's simple. Like, okay, I'll give you another one.
Right.
Okay, so you talk about meal prep, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You go to your favorite meal prep. Hey, babe, listen, I'm about to go pick up these meals. You want anything? No, babe, I don't want anything. Are you sure you don't want nothing? Yeah, babe, I'm sure. For the 5th time, I'm going to ask you, do you want anything? Babe, if she grabs your face, I don't want anything. Cool. But you know your woman.
Yep.
So you know what she like
Yep.
at the spot.
Yep.
So even though she said
Nope.
she wasn't hungry, what you do?
You gotta go buy something.
You get it anyways.
Yep.
And I'm explaining to you why. You know why, but they may not know.
Yep.
I'm going to give it to them. Can I give it to them?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to give it to them. So women go by what they see, touch, taste, hear, and feel. Whenever you were asking her about food, you were just talking about it.
Yep.
She didn't see no food.
Yep.
She didn't smell no food. So she can't eat no food or taste it, right?
Yep.
So you know that when you come back, she going to see food, smell food. So naturally,
She want it.
she want it, right?
Mhm.
But what happens is if you don't come back with the food, she going to want your food.
Mm.
And now you mad because she eating off your food and you like, babe, I thought you said you wasn't hungry. She lied to you. She didn't lie. In that moment, she wasn't hungry. But the circumstances changed because you introduced food now back into the picture. Where when you asked her originally, there was no food
Yep.
for her to see,
Yep.
smell, touch, or taste.
Yep.
So you know to get the food.
Mm.
And then when you come back, she said, oh, babe, you brought me food. Yeah, I did.
Ah. Hey, and I tell you right now, we've all been guilty of that. Whenever we eating our food after asking our girls, do they want anything?
Yeah.
And then you show up with your food, and she be like, can I get a bite? You over here like,
Shut up, bitch.
man, that is the fucking truth, bro.
But
Another bar.
Listen, it's all about communicate. Once you understand how men and women communicate, you can grow.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what this podcast is about. We're communicating things that you may or may not know.
Right.
And you're going to grow from it. Take the information and apply it,
Yep.
and your life will change.
It is.
Listen, everything that I'm saying to you about men and women, test it.
Yep.
I'm telling you it works.
Yep.
I know what God said about the product that he made.
Yeah.
I studied this thing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. Man, I gotta, dude. You just make me want to do a podcast specifically on game, bro. Just like we just call it something like the Immaculate like game or the Immaculate Wisdom game, something like that, bro. Cause could you imagine? Okay, being 16, don't know anything really about the world yet, but you have a podcast like this that can school you up
Yeah.
on ways to improve your communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
Not only in a relationship,
Yeah, just in general.
just in general with your homeboys.
Yep.
We all had a homeboy that we like, dang man, sucks. I don't want to talk to him no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like we were talking about our life. Our life is a book.
Yeah.
Some people are here for a paragraph. Some people's even here for a sentence.
Yeah.
They might be here for a chapter.
Mhm.
Might be here for half the book.
Yeah.
Just gotta figure out where they go. But we always have a certain person in our lives that aren't with us anymore.
Yeah.
That we didn't have the right communication.
Mm-hmm.
And if we'd have had that game, that free game before,
Mm-hmm.
we could have possibly stopped it
Yeah.
and to be able to build off of it
Mhm.
and even become stronger
Yeah.
in our friendship or relationship or whatever it is.
Mhm.
So I just hear you talking. I'm like, bro, I just seen your podcast just to help educate younger people
Mm-hmm.
on the things that they're going to encounter in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like the idea, like, okay, so when we was in school, it was all about going to college, right? It was
Yeah.
all about going to college. College is college. Got nothing against college. Hey, you got your degree. Do your motherfucking thing. If you're in school, do your motherfucking thing. Here is the thing. Now knowing life as a whole, if I could go back, I would learn how to file my own taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I would learn the importance of credit.
Mm-hmm.
I would also understand how much debt college would cost me
Mm-hmm.
and the potentials that I may not even use the degree.
Yep.
I know so many people that literally has all those issues
Mm-hmm.
and they're working in a normal day job.
Yep.
So you just gained $70-something thousand in debt
Mm-hmm.
for a piece of paper that sits on the wall that collects dust.
Yeah.
That doesn't benefit your financial aspects because I make so similar to you. I may make even more than you. I went to college,
Mm-hmm.
didn't finish,
Right.
but somehow I'm making more money than you. How much money? How much sense does that make? So
Not at all.
I wish I had the idea or the wisdom to know what trade schools were back then. Because you telling me I can go right into the field,
Yep.
get paid to be an apprentice, and then by 24 years old, I'm making 6 figures?
Yep.
What?
Straight like that.
What? I mean, if there's a perfect time, this, again, free game.
Yep.
This is what I wish we had podcasting back then, so we could sit there and learn from people. Because now, everybody wants these specific programs. Hey, man, you want to learn how to become a better man? Pay $500. What?
Right.
Bro, just give them the free game.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want a financial return off that? That's fine. But here's the thing. If it's done the right way, you will be heavenly compensated.
Oh, yeah.
By who?
Yeah, the Most High. The one who wrote the story.
Boom.
Yeah.
All about communication growth, guys.
Yeah.
Literally, bro, your free game is crazy work, dog.
I'm gonna give it away for free. Like I said, I'm not gonna monetize the gospel. That's not what we're doing. I had to sacrifice a lot of things, right? I tell people, you got money, you got time, and you got knowledge.
Yep.
Okay? If you ain't got no money, you need to spend your time getting some knowledge. Okay? If you broke, you need to spend your time reading books, getting knowledge. Because you're broke. You know what I'm saying?
You're broke because you ain't knowledge.
You're broke because you ain't knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
you're mentally broke.
Yeah.
And spiritually broke. I always say, no, I'm not going to go too far into that, but I always tell people, you know what? You should never worry about what the next man has.
Right.
Count your blessings on what you got. Because there's somebody always doing something worse.
Right.
And when you start paying attention to what other people have, it makes you ungrateful for the blessings that you already have.
That's true.
One thing I always say every morning when I wake up in the morning, and I always pray to God, and I'm always like, thank you for blessing me with things that I do physically see, but things that I don't see.
Right.
Because my car working every day, that's a blessing.
It is.
Me having clothes on my back, it's a blessing. Me having the utilities on, it's a blessing. And I mean, I could just keep firing, boom, 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 boom.
Somebody's praying right now for what you have.
Literally.
Yeah.
Every time, bro. Literally. What's going on with Ukraine right now? What's going on in Israel right now? What's going on in Palestine right now? People are dying right now while we're on this platform.
Yeah.
People are dying.
Yep.
And it's grateful people. We're talking little kids who don't even know what life is about right now.
Right.
Could you imagine?
Right.
Bro, blessings is crazy. They're crazily overlooked, man. And that's why I try to count every single one that I have. I try not to ask for anything. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm like, God, I'm asking for this. Generally, I just always like to just say thank you.
Okay, I got something for that.
Okay.
So the Bible says, ask and it shall be given you. Seeking ye shall find. Knock and it shall be open up to you. There, to me, those are 3 levels of attainment.
Right.
Okay. The majority of people are askers. That's all they do is ask, right? And God sees, they're not going to grow anymore beyond this. I've given them opportunities. You know what? Cool, whatever. So God will give you a couple of things, right? You ask, he'll give it to you, right? Because he knows that you're not going to do anything beyond that. Cool. Then you got the second level. You got people who are seeking. God says, okay, I see you seeking. I'm going to make sure you find it, okay? He's above asking. He's out there. He asked me, but now he's transitioned to he's seeking. He's trying to go. He's moving, and stuff like that. Then you got the highest level. You got people who are knocking doors down, right? They asked. They ain't gonna wait. They seeking. Now they just knocking doors down, right? They out there making stuff happen. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the highest level is you don't ask for nothing. You're already out seeking. You're knocking on, but you're just saying, you know what, God, thank you, because it's already there. I know that you're preparing me for the thing. Because here's another thing. It's not the thing. It's the thing behind the thing. It says, ask and it shall be given you. The thing that you're asking for, shall be given you. A manager.
Yep.
So God is working on you and preparing you to be able to handle the thing, so the thing don't handle you.
Yep.
So that's what people, why is it not coming? It's you.
Yep, it's a you thing.
It's you. God is working on you. See, God can give it to you like that. It's the same reason why I wouldn't give my daughter a new sports car. That's bad management.
Yep.
She's not responsible enough for that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So God, when you ask for something, God looks at, okay, who's asking?
Yep.
And you got some maturing to do. So just shut your mouth and do the work.
Yep.
And the thing will show up.
Yep.
This is simple as
It's
that.
facts. Yo, shout out to you, kid. I see you in the comment section, bro. I know you said this guy. You know, it's all good, bro. We're just out here trying to get free game. Man, Unia's trying to call me right now, bro. No, he tried to call me earlier, bro. I didn't answer the phone, man, because I'm on a podcast, bro. That's why I didn't answer it, man. How disrespectful would it be if I tried to answer that, man? Unia, bro, he tried. I don't know if you saw the post, but he tried to blast me, man. I took this photo at the baseball field. It was me and my lady, a couple other people, and it was bring your dog to the baseball field. So Fat Man went, and so you know it's me, her, and Thor. We took the photo.
Yeah.
My buddy Josh took it. This dude gonna crop out everything in the picture but me. I'm holding a dog bone like this. Like I'm trying to pretend to bite it.
He got you.
Bruh. He put it on his social media and was like, this guy. And I was like, hey, yo.
Petty.
So I said, oh, we own that. So I'm over here like, round one. Fight. Man, oh man. When I saw that post, I was over here like,
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
so I had to get my get back.
Yeah.
So, you know,
What'd you do, man?
man, I went on my Facebook and I was like, I took a picture of his, a screenshot of a picture he had, and I went to get it edited, and I ended up using an app, and I edited him with a mask on. So at first I saw the mask, I'm like, no, this ain't good enough. So then I went back in the app and I edited his hands holding 2 jars with his mask on.
Yeah.
And I said, this makes sense why you asked me if I could tell this was you in your picture. You really out here robbing sperm banks. That's diabolical. Bro, cooked him, bro. I looked on my phone at the likes and all that stuff. All of a sudden I had like 50 people laughing at it. I said, man, I told you I was gonna make you famous, man. Bro, listen, nah, you don't want that smoke, bro. I know you called the truth. Yeah, he immediately hit me up and quit.
Yeah.
He said, we good now, right?
Yeah, I bet we are. Yeah. Finish him. Yeah.
I said, that ain't good enough. I want your surrender. No, it was all a good spirit, bro. We had so much fun, man. We always, you know, I will give you a call back as soon as I get done with this pod. I'll make sure I call you back, man. But when I saw you call, I thought you was trying to be petty again. I really did. I was like, oh man, he's trying to be petty.
First time?
Yeah, I thought he was trying to be petty. Yeah. I got you though, bro. But back to your stuff. On the conversation. So that video you said you had 200,000 views.
Yeah.
And which I think, man, that information alone, I'm surprised it ain't had 1 million views. I know it'll get there.
Yeah.
It'll get there.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about branching over to like maybe YouTube or Instagram or anything like that as well? Or you only just like focusing on TikTok? Because see, like for me, I like mainly only focusing on Facebook and YouTube. Now, my YouTube is a little on the slower side. I upload all my episodes and stuff, but I hadn't really pushed much over there, which I eventually will. Yeah. That's my next year's goal, is to more cater where everything's primarily on YouTube. And we may occasionally do some stuff here and there on live on Facebook. But for you, being so heavily and so popular in TikTok, is there any like ideas on maybe branching out, or are you just going to focus a little bit more on that? What's your next goals outside the book?
I'm definitely going to continue to expound on TikTok because it's working. Right. Okay. But I actually started on YouTube.
Okay. So
I started on YouTube and Facebook, and then somebody told me to go over to Instagram. My content really doesn't work well for Instagram. Sure. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I was like, let me abandon that. And then I also abandoned YouTube because like you, it was slow. Yeah. So I was like, I need this thing to speed up because I'm putting out a lot of content. Right. And YouTube's algorithm isn't picking it up or something. So when I went over to TikTok, it was just picking it up. I'm like, in a year, I've grown just like that. Right. So now that my TikTok is going, I'm going to start flooding all those videos back to YouTube. Sure. You get what I'm saying? And then I might even try to ramp up my Facebook because I put some stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, I see that. I see that all the time.
But so the plan is to get back over to YouTube eventually.
Now you do all your editing through TikTok? Like when you do like your video I just saw today, let's talk about how your ex had called you, that type of thing. Yeah. Did you edit that through TikTok?
Just TikTok.
Is that pretty complicated?
No.
Really?
It took me, so when I shoot, so this is what I do. You see a lot of people, they have cuts in their videos.
Yeah.
They'll hit the button record and then they'll hit the button. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I just record it straight through. That's just how I do. Like I'm a straight shooter. You get what I'm saying? But what I do is I try to have some bursts in there to kind of,
Right, flavor it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. But yeah, so I'll shoot the video and then I'll put the video in there, and then it'll take me maybe 2-3 minutes to edit it on my phone, and then I'll
Dang.
post it. That's it.
Dang.
That quick. I don't.
Did
do
it look
too
so
much.
professional though?
I don't do too much.
I would have thought you had a professional editor.
I don't do too much, man. Yeah,
That's insane.
It's real. They make it real simple. They make it real simple.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What, give me a second. What's one of your other favorite videos that you to put out there on that?
Man.
I know you got so many out.
Yeah.
Just one that you're like, man, I really nailed it on this one. What is one of your most, outside the video we just talked about, what is one video that you're like, man, I knocked it out of the park? And what was it about?
Well, here's the thing. All of my videos on relationships, they always go.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They always go. And that's the thing. I only talk about stuff that people need.
Right.
And the algorithm picks it up. You get what I'm saying? Because that's where all the searches are going to.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So every time I talk about relationships, whether I'm talking about men, women, well, I'm talking about an ex
Yep.
or something like that. Like I just had a video that went off. I had an ex that reached out to me.
Yep.
Because that one I posted yesterday, and it's already at 11,000.
Jeez.
You get what I'm saying? So it took off, and it's still going up. Like my phone keeps vibrating in my pocket.
Damn.
So, but she, my ex reached out to me, and she said, she was like, hey, I got a new boyfriend. And I'm kind of paraphrasing the conversation,
Sure.
right? But she said, hey, I got a new man, and I was like, oh, that's great. And I was like, I'm happy for you. And she was like, kind of confused because she was expecting for me to be jealous. And I said, well, I treated you good. I never made you unhappy during our relationship when we were together, right? She's like, no. I said, then just because we're not together, why wouldn't I want you to be happy?
Right.
Like, I'm happy for you. And I said, your happiness is my happiness. And she's like, so what about when I'm sad? If I'm sad, are you sad? I said, hell no, I'm happy. Like, I don't.
Donovan was over here like,
What?
I'm like, no, but my whole point in that video was a lot of people, they write a script for you.
right.
And when you go off script, they malfunction.
Yep.
Because they're expecting for you to have a certain reaction.
Yep.
And when you don't, well, it shuts the whole show down.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Not only am I not in the arena, I'm not in the crowd, I'm not even in the stadium.
Right.
Right? So, but the whole point of the video was to tell people there are going to be exes that come back. You get what I'm saying? And if they come back and you're the same person, then they know they got you.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they're going to return. So how about you work on yourself and make sure that you're not the same person that they're coming back to? Now they confused. Now they in a whole nother relationship. They say they happy, but now they calling you to crack them. You get what I'm saying?
Oh my God, he's in his bag. Oh.
So, yeah, man.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
It's one of those things, in those situations like your phone conversation you had, I feel like in a nice way you felt like this.
Stop it. Get some help.
I am here because I'm happy for you.
Right.
But I wouldn't be jealous of your situation because I've grown in a position where, like you said, if she came back to the situation, you're a completely different person.
Right.
Hey, I'm happy for your happiness. At the end of the day, you might have been a chapter in my life, but I want your book to still be a good book.
Right. Yeah.
So anything that you do that's a positive in your life, I'm happy for that.
Yeah. Well, the way she was acting, that ain't no bestseller. So
Damn.
Damn.
That's diabolical.
Hey, listen, man.
Hey, listen, it is what it is. There's a reason why she called.
Yeah, but think about it like this too. A lot of times, them coming back saying that they have another significant other, do they really? Right? A lot of that is, I really want to come back to you, but I'm trying to see if I can get a reaction out of you because I don't want to say that I want to come back to you. I want it to be your idea. So that I don't have to take responsibility or accountability. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I dissected from that, right? And a lot of people were on my TikTok in the comments. They were like, bro, why would you even answer the phone? And I said, because you got to understand, I'm a cultivator. So I'm a person that if I'm counseling people, I got to have that interaction. I need that experience.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can have that in my memory bank so that if I'm counseling somebody, I can say, oh, okay, I've met this situation before. I was in it.
Right.
And this is how I navigated that. So I went through that circumstance so I can help another man navigate that circumstance. And people don't understand that. I didn't answer the phone because I needed to. I'm just curious.
Yep.
Who's going to show up? And it was the same person that I was in a relationship with. No different. No different. Yeah.
Man, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I like that you even get the interactions from people like that. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what the general public's going to think. Bro, why you answer the phone?
Yeah.
It says a lot about you.
Yeah.
Because you could easily flip that on her.
Right.
And then made her feel wrong for even calling you. You could be like, why are you calling me? You got a man.
Right.
Why are you in my DM? Or why are you texting me? Or why are you calling me?
Yeah.
We closed that chapter in the book.
Right.
You're not in the further long of the book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could have turned it, use it more of a, hey, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
This is uplifting. I really know why you're calling, but it's uplifting because I want to uplift you.
Right.
Because I want your happiness. My happiness is whatever it is. It's got nothing to do with you.
Right.
But if your happiness is upgrading your life, if that's how you feel, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. I genuinely wanted happiness for her.
Exactly.
But she don't even have happiness for
herself.
A lot of people leak love. A lot of people say that they want to be in love, but they have holes in them. So if I pour into you, it's going to leak out. And that's what the situation and circumstance was. Bro, why did y'all break up? Because she was leaking love.
Yep.
I'm a cup that overrun it. I'm not going to keep giving you something that you don't have the capacity or the ability to contain.
Oh my God, he's in his bag.
Again, it all goes back to consciousness and competence and common sense, which is why I make people confident in being themselves. That's all this is. All this is.
Yeah, wait, bro.
I'm a curator. I organize thoughts. That's all I do. And I deliver it. That's all I do.
Go follow this man on TikTok. Go follow this man on TikTok right now. I don't even have TikTok. That's great. I don't even have TikTok. I will, as of today, I will get it specifically because I want to see your content.
Get it, man.
Holy. See, me, I could just call you and be like, Donovan, man,
That's
blah,
it.
blah, blah, blah,
You
blah.
got a direct line.
But it's
They
another.
ain't got that. They ain't got that.
It's another thing to see it though in this line, like, bro. That's so dope, man. Man, you like I said, guys. If you find one thing in this entire podcast that you disagree with, please jump in the comment section and push back on that because
please do, please.
This is an open platform. Like everybody's got their own entitled opinions. Doesn't necessarily mean you're right or wrong, but we want you to just see it from maybe a window that you don't see. Like you said. There's you got your window, there's my window, and then there's also another window.
Can't see the picture when you're in the frame. Just all I'm doing is stepping outside of myself to take in your thoughts.
Right.
That's all I'm doing. That's all you're doing, right?
Yep.
I know my perspective.
Right.
It's just like you said, 2 ears, 1 mouth,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I know what I know.
Yep.
I don't know what you know. So let me shut my mouth so I can know what you know.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm actually smarter if I shut up
Yep.
and listen to you.
Yep.
Because not only do I know what I know, but now I know what you know.
Bro, if I was a person, every time you kept firing off rounds, bro, there would be nothing left. Holy! Pew, 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 pew. Guys, make sure you go on this platform, go follow him. Once again, can you tell them where to find you at again, just one more time for the ones that maybe just came in now, to see where they can follow you on your platforms?
Yeah, so Facebook, it's Jus Donovan, JusDonovan. So on Facebook, just type in the search bar Jus Donovan, I'll pop right up. On TikTok, it's official Jus Donovan. Same thing. Go to TikTok, type in the search bar official Jus Donovan. It'll pop right up. I am on YouTube. Currently I'm on YouTube. Don't have much posted on there. I am going to start posting on there. And that's the same thing, official Jus Donovan. So that's where you can reach me at.
And make sure y'all go on the Immaculate podcast page on Facebook. Go give us a like. Give us a share if you like the content. Go on to the YouTube page as well. That's the Immaculate Podcast as well. Give us a like and a share there. Hit that notification button, guys. The more people that like our stuff is the more we can push episodes like this out. I mean, dude, when I looked at the algorithm, I was telling you when we were off the camera that like I got fans in Asia, I got fans in Africa, fans in the Middle East. I'm like, what? Like, I don't even know anybody out there, but it's really cool. But because it's the shares, it's the likes, it's help pushing this out to people who never would have found it.
Right.
So like, guys, these likes and shares, it's all free.
Yeah.
It's all free. If I ever ask for anything, guys, it's just to like it and hit that share. And even if you don't want to share it, that's fine. Just a simple like.
Right.
Comes a long way, because the more you guys do that, Facebook sends me the insight information on that and says, hey, 25 people saw your page in the last 3 hours. Like, I love seeing that stuff. Even if you don't like it, I love seeing it, because what it's telling me is it's bringing it to a whole new set of eyes. And that's, at the end of the day, that's all I ever ask for. I don't want no money. Like I said, people send stars periodically and stuff like that. That stuff's cool and all. I'm not here for that. I don't need the money. I just need the support, so messages like his can get out there. And now people who don't know about Jus Donovan before this podcast, now they know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or just the fact that things that Jus Donovan says that goes viral, you know, maybe they don't know about the Immaculate podcast, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, hey, let me go see what's going on over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, it's absolutely amazing, man. I'm super grateful for that. Like I said, I'm super grateful for you guys to just go on and look at our stuff, share it. Like I said, just my last podcast episode, we had 10 shares. Man, I've had videos go up to 6K views in 48 hours. I've had videos go 5K views in 48 hours. It is absolutely immaculated what you guys' supporting system goes for your boy over here. So,
Amen. Amen.
you got any closing remarks for these people, man? Anything at all. It could be words of wisdom. It could be like, hey, you know, like, whatever it is, because I know you were talking about the book and all this good stuff, which is absolutely, dude, I'm so pumped for you that you got a book coming out, man. That's really amazing.
I'm excited too.
And the fact that you're gonna come to the platform on the release date, bro. Oh my gosh, dog. Oh man, that's so awesome.
But any closing remarks?
Yeah.
Just finish things before you start them. Just finish things before you start them. And people say, well, how do you do that? Well, whatever you're going to do, whatever it is, whether you're going to be in a relationship with somebody as a man, you're going to go over to this woman's house, you're going to have her over to your house, finish it before you start it. Finish it in your mind. Think about every single possibility of what could go wrong, and then back up and ask yourself, is it worth me doing this? Okay? Because every choice has a consequence. It's built in. Okay? And the problem is we make choices without studying consequences. We want the choice, but we don't want the consequence that comes with it. Okay? So finish things before you start it, and study consequences before you make choices.
Oh my God, he's in his bag. Oh.
Bro, still another shot. Pew 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 pew. Guys, the only close mark I got: keep God in your life.
Yes.
Keep walking up on the uplift. Don't walk backwards. Walk forward. Listen, learn, adapt. Be better than you were yesterday.
Yes.
And look for tomorrow to be better than you were today. Other than that, guys, we appreciate you coming on to the Immaculate podcast. Like I said, guys, make sure you go on, give us a like and a share on our Facebook and YouTube page. That is TheImmaculatepodcast motherfucking T. I'll see y'all next time, yo. Y'all be safe, all right?
All right. Peace.